The cheetah is a masterclass in evolution, graceful, deadly, and astonishingly fast. It's the fastest land animal on Earth, capable of reaching speeds over 100 kilometers per hour in just a few seconds. But speed isn't just a skill, it's a survival strategy. And behind that burst of energy lies a delicate, high-stakes balance between power and fragility. Unlike lions or leopards, cheetahs don't rely on strength or stealth alone. They depend on timing, acceleration, and precision. Their long, slender bodies are aerodynamic machines, built to reduce drag and maximize agility. With a flexible spine that stretches and compresses like a spring, each stride covers up to 7 meters. Their oversized lungs, heart, and nasal passages push oxygen through the body at lightning speed. Even their claws stay semi-extended, giving them traction like cleats on a sprinter's shoes. But this power comes with a cost. Cheetahs can only maintain top speed for around 20 to 30 seconds. That's all it takes for their body to overheat. If the chase lasts too long, they risk death, not from their prey, but from exhaustion. That's why their hunts are calculated. They stalk in silence, using grass and terrain for cover. Once they're close enough, typically within 60 to 100 meters, they launch. The chase is short, explosive, and often deadly. They aim to trip their prey with a quick swipe of the paw, then suffocate it with a firm bite to the throat. Cheetahs prefer hunting during the day, especially early morning or late afternoon. This helps them avoid competition with stronger predators like lions or hyenas. But even with a successful kill, the danger isn't over. Larger animals often steal their hard-earned meal. Cheetahs rarely fight back. They're built to flee, not brawl. Their typical prey includes gazelles, impalas, and other small to medium-sized antelopes. They go after the young, the weak, and the distracted. But even with perfect planning, their hunting success rate hovers around 50%. In the wild, that's considered elite. Cheetahs live very different lives depending on their sex. Females are solitary, raising cubs alone, patrolling vast home ranges. Males, on the other hand, often form coalitions, tight brotherhoods of 2 or 3, that work together to claim territory and defend it from rivals. Raising cubs in the wild is a dangerous task. At birth, cheetah cubs are blind, helpless, and weigh less than a kilogram. A mother must constantly move them, hiding them from predators. Despite her best efforts, mortality rates are high. Up to 90% of cubs don't survive their first few months. Hyenas, lions, leopards, and even eagles pose a threat. Cheetahs don't roar like other big cats. Instead, they chirp, yelp, hiss, and purr. Their communication is soft, high-pitched, and surprisingly gentle for a predator. These vocalizations help mothers find their cubs, or males signal to allies. The cheetah isn't just unique in behavior, it's genetically unusual too. Thousands of years ago, the species went through a population bottleneck. That event nearly wiped them out, leaving today's cheetahs with extremely low genetic diversity. So low, in fact, that they can accept skin grafts from unrelated cheetahs without rejection. This genetic weakness has long-term consequences. It makes them more vulnerable to disease and lowers reproductive success. Combined with habitat loss and human conflict, it's pushing the cheetah closer to extinction. Today, there are fewer than 7,000 cheetahs left in the wild. They roam the open plains of Africa and a small pocket in Iran. As human populations grow, cheetah habitats shrink. Roads, farms, and fences break up the wide-open spaces they need to survive. In some regions, farmers kill cheetahs to protect livestock. In others, cubs are stolen and sold illegally as exotic pets. These threats add to the pressure on a species already struggling to hold on. But it's not all bad news. Conservationists around the world are working to save them. The Cheetah Conservation Fund in Namibia leads the charge, combining science, community outreach, and anti-poaching efforts. New technologies like GPS collars and camera traps help researchers study their movements and protect key areas. Education is also changing the narrative. Involving local communities in conservation gives people a reason to protect cheetahs instead of fearing them. Some farmers now use guard dogs to protect livestock, keeping both their animals and cheetahs safe. Captive breeding programs are helping, but they're not enough on their own. Cheetahs need land, vast, wild, and uninterrupted land. They need prey, water, and the space to live like they always have. Fast, wild, and free. And that's the tragedy we're trying to avoid. Because if we lose the cheetah, we lose more than just a species. We lose a masterpiece of nature. We lose a connection to the wild that still survives, just barely, in the corners of our planet.